Let's not beat around the bush. E-commerce is getting extremely competitive. I mean, basically any niche that you could get into is probably going to be filled with competitors. And even if it's not filled with competitors now, it will at some point. So in this video, I want to talk about some ways that you can actually make yourself stand out and make your business successful, even in a crowded market. And I'm going to be using a store that I found as an example that's worth over $12 million and is getting over 500,000 monthly visitors. So let's not waste any time and get right into the video. The store that I'm talking about is called For Love and Lemons, and that's a pretty goofy name, right? But it's a fashion store. So right away it kind of draws you in a little bit because it's just like an interesting name, right? Like, what's that about? And if we browse a little bit, I mean, their branding is beautiful, but it's very simple, as you see. Like, it's really not that crazy. It's just really professional photography, big frames, vibrant colors, but still a very simple aesthetic. And just so that you can see, here's their traffic distribution. They're getting almost 600,000 monthly visitors, and it's super consistently going up. And again, their whole website experience is extremely simple, but the key to their success is, like a lot of other brands, not necessarily tied to the simplicity of the website, but tied to the idea behind the brand. So if we take a look at their about page, we can actually see a little bit deeper on why this brand is successful. Now keep in mind, this brand makes a lot of loungewear stuff. They make very specific items in fashion. So that's actually another thing to mention. How you can compete in a really competitive market is by specializing and maybe tackling certain products that other brands are just not focusing on. So for example, loungewear, right? Loungewear we see is a massive trend that just completely took off during the pandemic, but it still has a lot of potential even now. But their About Us page tells us a lot about the storytelling behind this brand. And this is really one of the keys to the brand. So let's read it. For Love and Lemons began as a little lemonade stand in a small country town in Wyoming back in 1996. Laura Hall and Jillian Rose Kern found each other at 11 years old, and as little girls do, created a fantasy world for themselves based on and fueled by very adult concepts, female camaraderie, and love and compassion for all. Although cups of lemonade have now given way to ready-to-wear lingerie, knitwear, swim, and for love and leisure, Laura and Jillian still believe in and run their business by the same guiding principles. We make enchanting clothing for the vibrant muse, unafraid to take risks, forge their own way, and embrace a bit of adventure. So as you can see, this is some powerful stuff. I mean, this is a beautiful story written about a brand, and it really draws you in. I mean, if you read this and you can identify with some of those things, it's definitely going to make you want to shop here and wear these products, especially when it comes to fashion. People wear fashion items that they feel identified by. So in particular with this, maybe someone who feels vibrant, who isn't afraid to take risks or wants to take more risk and wants to take more adventures, they may feel more drawn to this brand than a regular person, or maybe even someone that started a lemonade stand back in the day and can relate to those feelings of, like, caring for people and stuff like that. Now, of course, they run a ton of ads. This is not very surprising, and you can actually kind of feel some of those things that they talked about in their story through their ads, right? Like some of the vibrant, adventure-esque type of aesthetics. And honestly, it's pretty cool. I really like this brand a lot. And it's cool to see that they're also doing TikTok pretty well. As you can see, this is kind of their motto, cultivated on the principles of confidence, femininity, and individuality. So anyways, I just wanted to share with you a quick example of how you can create a story about your brand and get a little bit deeper with it, right? But obviously take this with a grain of salt. A really good story is not necessarily gonna make your store successful, right? I mean, that's only a part of it. But you also need to have great products and a great overall service. However, I'm guessing a lot of you guys don't really care about storytelling within your brands at all. So if you try to maybe care a little more, you may find some more success than you had previously. At the very least, it may make you want to work on your brand more, since you may be more passionate about it, or it may be more fun for you. So yeah, just a quick tip here. Make sure you don't neglect storytelling, not only within your brand, but also within your individual products. And that's about it. Whoever's running For Love and Lemons, I'd love to connect. This is a beautiful brand. And yeah, for everyone else watching, if you learned something, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe for more. Check out some of the links in the description. And that's about it. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.